Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be trying Colorblind mode. I don't know if I've made a video on this in the past. I think I, for once in a live stream, tested out Colorblind mode to see what it looked like, and to what I recollect, it wasn't the most enjoyable experience for me. So, I wanted to try it again, see how it is, make a full dedicated video on it. Let's see how Colorblind mode actually helps us out in the battle, or if it doesn't help us out in the battle. I do specifically remember that reading tank names was very challenging because it changed them all to an incredibly light blue that kind of blurred in with the hit points. It was very hard to tell. Now, obviously, if you're colorblind, this might be very, very effective at helping you, but for a person like me, it almost makes me colorblind, which is kind of weird when you think about it, but that's kind of what it does. So let's get into a battle. Let's see how it looks. I'm excited, but I'm always worth to give something a shot. Actually, World of Tanks PC, I like colorblind mode more than the normal mode. I think it looks cleaner. I like the blue text because it's not like Blitz where the text is unbearably blue. It's like a pretty nice color, kind of like my logo. So because of that, it's actually not too bad. But here we are. This side of the map, colorblind mode doesn't seem to make much of a difference. We can see that the red line is now blue. And we can also see that my color is now blue up top. And we can also see that the enemy is blue rather than red. Okay, well that's definitely a change. It's really going to make more of a difference when we take a look at the enemies up against us. That's really when it's going to matter. Specifically, armor highlighting is no longer red. Now, you can correct me in the comments, but I thought red is a color that people that colorblind can see. I thought they could still distinguish different colors. It was just a lot harder to see the differences between like reds and orange and, you know, stuff like that. But that, oh boy, that is very, very interesting to say none the least. Oh boy. Well, let's get a nice heat shell in. 596 damage. You see, I feel like colorblind mode, at least for me, just makes it almost more challenging to actually differentiate a lot of the colors half the time. Alright, well, we got penned once by the 57 Heavy, but I don't think he's going to enjoy this all too much. Bonk. There you go. Nice 720 slap. And even though he took 800 off of us because we have so much HP, we were still able to hit him back harder. I do like the color of the tanks. Like, the blue looks very nice. It's just the fact that everything else looks so convoluted. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a shell into this mouse. There he is. Bonk. Nice. 680 slap into him. I mean, we're getting out damage. We are definitely bopping the enemy team. Now, I've got to be a lot more careful than I normally would be here. In fact, I'm going to start getting ready to kind of leave from the current positioning I'm at. There you go. Another nice 680 slap into that mouse. The reason I wanted to get in this position is more because of the fact I didn't want that 57 Heavy to have the opportunity of shooting me. So that's why I'm going to chill here. There you go. That guy's dead, and we can see now that it does indeed look like the enemy team is going to try and boop me. So let's get a nice shot into that 57 Heavy. There you go. Nice 600 slap, and the V4 killed him across the map. So good job, V4. I will give you credit. Already, this has turned out to be a pretty solid battle. I can't really say colorblind mode has affected the gameplay all too much. Alright. Well, let's make our way over here. Clear the enemy mouse. There you go. Nice HE shell into his tank. With that, they only have two vehicles left, being the T-92E1 and the Grillbow Baggins. We've already dealt 3,400 damage, so even if I didn't deal any more of this battle, I really can't complain all too much. Personally, for the first battle, I will definitely say that colorblind mode seems just a lot more abstract, and not necessarily in a good way, just in an abstract way, you know? Like, everything's just more colorful. We can see here, it's very hard to differentiate the colors, unlike the grill, for example, when I'm shooting HE. It's just, it's weird. Maybe it's because I'm not used to it, but definitely not probably going to be my preferred choice of color. Alright, well, T-92E1 bounces my side. That's one of the nice things about the 100, is that its side armor is very hard to pen if you don't have a lot of pen to begin with. But there you go. pretty solid victory we were able to pull out there. We were able to deal 4,420 damage, block 2,280, and pull out a pretty solid victory. Oh boy, we got an extended pass. Let's compare colorblind to non-colorblind, just in a different battle. Personally, I think it would be very cool if Wargaming lets you choose what colors you wanted the enemy to be, what color you wanted armor highlighting, what color you wanted the enemy text to be, like their hit points. I think that would be really cool. I think that'd be a fantastic update if you could choose what you wanted. Because if I could, then I'd probably make the enemy a different color. I'd probably make them a bit of a blue, but I'd still leave the armor highlighting red because it makes sense to be red. So that's kind of what I think would be a cool update for Blitz to add. It's not mandatory, nor is it necessary. We already have more than enough. But that is something that I thought would always be cool. Alright, well, this battle, I'm going to try and make my way over towards base A, but you never really know what your team's going to do. The enemy lineup has a Chieftain Mark 6, an IS-7, and a T-57 Heavy, so a pretty solid lineup overall. Those are all very solid heavies. They also have a TVP 5051, a T-110E3, and a Sheridan and a 183. With all those things added together, yeah, they got a lot of death, and I don't really like death all too much. I don't know about you, but for me, I try to stay away from it. So what we're going to do for this battle is we're going to go wide. If you go up top here, you can be shot by specifically the 183 or the E3 if it goes up that hill to camp, which obviously is not on my forte. So if we go low, like where this Type 71 is, we can hopefully do a bit better of a job here. We got that Chieftain poking up, and as of now, we're just going to chill here. There's not much else to really do, but if I could just keep the Chieftain at bay and allow my Type 71 to push up, there's the 183 spotted. Okay, looks like either the mediums have bailed, or I'm not really sure yet. Chieftain does get a shell into my, my teammate, but as of now, what we're going to do is we're going to drive right over here. I'm going to angle my turret. That's going to make it very hard for this Chieftain to be able to pen me. Alright, and I'm hoping that my type pushes here. If he does, oh, Chieftain just HEs me for 175. Oh yeah, that's what I want to shoot right there. 592 slap into that enemy. That is what I'm talking about. Alright, well let's just angle it again. Don't you know that HE shells from a 400 alpha gun roll 200 on an E100? That makes a lot of sense. In the fact that it makes literally 0 sense whatsoever. Alright, well, the 57 Heavy's pushing off to the side, and that's good, because we've got a teammate here. So I'm going to back on up, here we are, and bonk, there you are, nice slap into the enemy. Now this T-57 Heavy was going to tunnel me, but, well, he got bonked. Unfortunately, our Type 71 is bouncing a lot of shells that he really shouldn't be, in my opinion, but hopefully he continues to, well, I was going to say maybe start penning his shots. Ah, that was cringe. I'm really hoping, though, that this type does pen some shots here, because we're going to need him, too, in this battle. Alright, well, I do have, it looks like the Sheridan pushing up, which is good. Let's see if I can get to the side of this Chieftain at this point. There you are. Hello, Mr. Chieftain. Type. It's not that challenging to pen this guy. You drive, you see his lower plate, you shoot it, man. Oh, boy. Teammates are always the most challenging to deal with. There you go. He penetrates a shell. At this point, all I need to do is sit right here, in a way that this Chieftain is basically screwed. Sorry, Type. I'm trying not to block you. Alright, well, it seems like my my Type just needs to aim a bit better, and he'd be a lot better off. But he gets the clear on the Chieftain, so at least that's that. We've got the E3 over here, and even though he's probably going to bonk, never mind. Well, I'll take that, because that is a free... let's go for the roof of his tank. Ah, so a Chieftain with a... Let me just get this straight. A 500 alpha HE is able to roll 200 on a high explosive round on me. But if I use this tank, I'm going to roll like 2. And the Type pen set. Interesting. Well, we're probably going to lose this on base cap. Just unfortunate, but that seems to be the case here, especially with my Type 71 driving into that E3 a moment ago and dying. But there's obviously not much I can really do about that. The only base that isn't captured is the one that I can't do anything about. So, also, very, very unfortunate. We finish off the enemy IS-7, but we also got shot by about every single tank on the enemy team possible. And at this point, unfortunately, we are going to lose on base cap. But, as I said, there's really not much I could have done about that. Alright, well, not a bad battle. 3,800 damage is a pretty solid result overall, and it showcases where the E100's nice, but I think we were more really talking about colorblind mode here, which I don't think is too bad at all. I wouldn't say it's the best thing in the world, but I don't think it's bad. I mean, let me know if you're colorblind in the comments, if it is better or you stick with the normal one. I really feel like, I don't know what the color choices are, but they're very interesting, you know? But, I don't know. I don't know much about being colorblind, so I can't really comment all too much on that. Overall, not bad battle, 4,473 damage dealt. Just, unfortunately, I didn't even know we had a concept, or, honestly, a T-57 heavy. It was really our 3 heavies that kind of just fell apart and didn't know what they were doing. Even their worst takes, like the 57 heavy and the E3 on their team, ignoring the 183, still did way better than our bottom 3. So yeah, not the best team, but that's kind of how Blitz is. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.